Protesters call for charges against a Waffle House security guard.
Utility workers battle water main breaks in Columbia.
And staying or leaving, quarterback Drew Lock makes a career decision. KOMU-8 News at 6 starts now. Family and friends of a man shot and killed at a Waffle House on New Year's Day are protesting right now in Columbia. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jim Reek.
And I'm Emily Spain. KOMU-8's Kevin Coe is by the restaurant with the latest. Kevin.
Emily, Jim, good evening. Protests are set to begin here shortly, actually, just to make sure that nothing here breaks the regulations here in the city. Live in Columbia, Kevin Coe, KOMU-8 News.
Today, a Boonville woman pleaded guilty to federal charges related to a high-speed chase in 2016. 25-year-old Victoria Buell shot at officers during the chase. She pleaded guilty to a destruction of a motor vehicle and 2 counts of using a gun to commit a crime. In this case, she destroyed 2 semi-trucks. She faces at least 35 years in prison without parole. In December, Russell Moore pleaded guilty to the same charges. We now know the name of the man Springfield area police arrested for the suspected kidnapping of a 5-month-old baby. Greene County deputies booked 37-year-old Wade Aaron Showwater yesterday. This follows last week's Amber Alert when someone stole a car with a 5-month-old baby in the back seat. The child's aunt had left the baby inside the car at a gas station. When the aunt came back outside, the car and the baby were gone. The baby was found safe and in the abandoned car a short time later.
Fulton police are investigating staff at a daycare after a report of, quote, swatting and spanking. The Fulton School District notified parents who send their kids to Options Daycare. Not only are police involved, so is the Missouri Division of Family Services. The newest allegation comes a week after the district began investigating a complaint of inappropriate restraint by a daycare staff member. The district superintendent says those staff members no longer work at the daycare. The dog of a St. Louis County family is being called a hero for waking them up when their house caught fire. The Boudreaux family says its black lab, River, started barking in the middle of the night. At first, they ignored her, but eventually checked it out. That's when they found the garage on fire. The parents grabbed their 3 kids and got out. While they did have smoke detectors, River was able to alert them long before the alarm sounded.
River is a hero, and she was sent like a guardian angel. She saved our lives.
The home is damaged. The fire department is investigating the cause. There was no rain in the forecast today, but water still flowed down a Columbia Street after a water main break near downtown.
Crews worked hard today to limit the damage. KOMU-8's Edward Redler is live from the main break with the latest.
Be concerned about if you are a resident or a business owner. Live in Columbia, Edward Redler, KOMU-8 News.
Meanwhile, the Daniel Boone Columbia Public Library is closed today. Initial reports said the main break was responsible, but Columbia Water and Light says it was because of an unrelated water pipe break. The library says there is no damage and the water was contained to a single room. Repairs are underway and the library will reopen tomorrow. State leaders are projecting Missouri will bring in roughly $200 million less in revenue this year than expected. A revised estimate released today would represent 1.9% growth compared to last fiscal year. That is half of what lawmakers were banking on when they passed this year's budget. Governor Eric Greitens has already cut roughly $250 million in an attempt to balance the budget. Big news for Tiger football tonight as quarterback Drew Lock announces his intentions for next season.
He made the announcement on Twitter this afternoon. KOMU-8's Chris Trevino is here. You might say the cupboard is now full.
That's right. They've got a lot of returning starters on offense, 9, including the quarterback, who, as we know in football, matters the most, especially when you're talented like this kid is. Drew Lock made the announcement with a video on Twitter with the caption, "Proud to be a true son." The video is a highlight reel that ends with the quotation, 2018, the return in sports.
Chris, did this have anything to do with the new offensive coordinator?
Well, that certainly helps because the new offensive coordinator has NFL experience, Derek Dooley from the Dallas Cowboys. So Locke mentioned he looks forward to working with him.
All right. Thank you very much. Sure do appreciate it. You will now be able to fly straight from Kansas City to Europe. Today, KCI announced new seasonal flights to Iceland's capital city, Reykjavik. Those flights on Icelander Air will start in May and run through the end of September.
New data shows 2017 was the costliest year on record for weather disasters in the U.S. $360 billion. That's according to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. Flooding across Missouri and Arkansas in the spring carried a $1.7 billion price tag and claimed 20 lives. Well, the clouds hung around today, but Kenton says a warm-up is on its way, but it will be a short warm-up. Kenton?
Emily, thank you very much, and good evening, everyone. Look at our temperatures right now. I'm tracking it hour by hour. Tell you what to expect there coming up right after the break.
Missouri is one of the hardest hit states in the country when it comes to the flu this season. Isn't that what you like to hear? What healthcare professionals recommend for you?